Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. My name is Moth Gal, and today I'll be talking about the screwworm outbreak in Central America. First of all, what even are screwworms? Screwworms, or Cochleomya omnivorax, are a type of fly whose larvae eat the flesh of living animals, most commonly livestock. The eggs are laid in open cuts, which the larvae eat around, causing gaping wounds that often cause death from secondary infection. That is, unless you are human, in which they will lay their eggs in the nose and sinus cavities. And oh my god, what the heck? I can't even. So with that awful image in our mind, let's talk about eradication. Before eradication programs, screwworms lived in South America up into the southern US. But in 1950, Dr. Kipling prototyped sterilizing male screwworms using gamma radiation, and in 1954, a full-size test of this method was run on the island of Cucurago. The results were incredible, only taking 10 weeks to completely wipe them out. I mean, that is just awesome. When news of this hit, Florida, of all places, was like, we need this now. So in 1958, Florida started eradication and was the first state to be free of screwworms, which is probably for the best since, Florida already has enough to deal with. So with that success, the USDA expanded eradication programs all throughout the southern US, and by 1966, the country was free, which is great, except everywhere below Texas was still infected, so there were still outbreaks, which means the country wasn't really technically free. And so the USDA and ARS were like, hey Mexico, what if we eradicated y'all's screwworms? And Mexico agreed. So with that, the Screwworm Eradication Program agreement was signed in 1972. Other countries, seeing the success in US and Mexico, teamed up with the USDA, and in 2004, screwworms were eradicated from the southern US down to Panama. Sadly, since then, further eradication has not happened, and eradication programs are now focused at keeping screwworms at bay. Now that we're done with the history lesson, let's get into the real topic of today, the outbreak. In summer of 2023, Panama started seeing cases of screwworms. They weren't really worried about it since the lab wasn't producing a high amount of screwworm males, so they just assumed that more screwworm males were needed. Unfortunately, throughout June and July, the population kept on growing, even as the lab started pumping out enormous amounts of sterilized males. See, the reason that sterilization even works at all is because screwworms only mate once, which means if a female mates with a sterilized male, then all the offspring will be inviable. Scientists started to realize that wild females were not mating with the lab's sterilized males. One theory is that the flies have been in colony for too long, and from small population size and not being in natural environments, the flies, in a sense, have degraded. Another is because only females that mate with non-sterilized males produce offspring. This has caused selection pressure for females to only mate with non-sterilized males. Although scientists don't know the exact reason why, it is confirmed that they are just not mating. On July 14th, Costa Rica confirmed its first case, and by early August, South Costa Rica was infected. As a result, the US, Panama, and Costa Rica teamed up to try to stop this outbreak, and Belize started closely monitoring their borders with Costa Rica. Unfortunately, I cannot find any more information on what is happening. Not many people are reporting on it, and when they are, it is super vague. Mostly just saying, well, screwworms are bad, but the government is taking care of it, which is very frustrating because this is an important issue. There could be a large impact with livestock production in these countries and others as it spreads, causing economic loss. That being said, I have full confidence that scientists will fix this issue in maybe around a year or two. And speaking of scientists, I'm hoping to get an interview with one of the scientists at the USDA who is in the loop about this situation. No promises though. As always, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang. And I hope you have a great day, and I will see you later.